15th ranked Purdue Boilermakers are back for a brand new season featuring one of last year's top freshmen and a preseason all Big Ten pick, Caleb Swanigan. Big Ten basketball is next. You're watching the Big Ten on ESPN, and they're brimming with excitement in West Lafayette as 15th ranked Purdue getting set to open the lid on the college basketball season as the Boilermakers host McNeese State to kick things off the 119th year of college basketball here for Purdue. Hi everyone and welcome to Mackey Arena. Zach Zaidman alongside the coach Homer Drew. A lot is expected of Purdue this season in large part due to that large front line, Homer.
And you hit it. Front line is strong. 7'2", 6'9", 6'8". And as the video just said, this is our house. And they believe that and they play very, very well in this house. They're going to be countered with McNeese State, which is perimeter quickness in that, Zach. And they're led by Jemiah Burr, who's a preseason all-conference, who gives them the quickness.
Yeah, one of the few experienced players on McNeese State. Meantime, for Purdue, Homer, the Boilermakers missing some important pieces tonight.
Very true. Two of them because of team rules, and then Taylor is out because of a stress fracture that he had surgery on, and he's just been plagued with injuries. He's 6'10", and they do need him.
Let's take a look at the starting lineups for tonight. And for McNeese State, Jemiah Burr is the man you talked about, the 6-foot senior from Ruston, Louisiana, all Southland preseason second team, averaged 15.5 points per game. Purdue is led by the big guy, Caleb Swanigan, on the interior. For McNeese State, the head coach is Dave Simmons, who goes way back, his 11th year at McNeese State. Longtime assistant at Louisiana Tech when Karl Malone was a player down there. Matt Painter is the head coach of the Boilermakers, 238 and 134, entering his 12th season as the head coach of the Boilers. This is the first ever meeting between Purdue and McNeese State. McNeese in blue, Purdue in white.
First 5 minutes, Zach, are so critical for McNeese. The presence of the packed arena and the excitement for the first game. They've got to handle the ball without turning it over and try to get a good percentage shot these first 5 minutes.
McNeese was 9 and 20 last season. Here's a three, no good. But the rebound for Howard Thomas, the big man inside for McNeese. Steven Ugochukwu misses, and another rebound for Thomas. The up fake going up against the Purdue trees, and he knocks it home.
He knocks it in. He's big and strong, but he goes wide and he doesn't have much elevation. That was a strong move. Good beginning for McNeese.
Howard Thomas, a junior college transfer who has a lot of size under that basket. Here's Swanigan, gets fouled inside.
Love the follow through here. Look at him. He's big, he's strong, he's wide. Nice pump fake. He gets the ball in the air, and Purdue does not go up to block it. Good beginning. Good beginning for McNeese.
Always an issue with these schools who come into these hostile environments as Haas gets hacked to the interior.
And this is going to be the matchup problem on the inside in practice. Coach Simmons had them working with getting help side from the weak side like that, and then also slanting in when he receives the ball. Isaac down low, but that's going to be foul trouble is going to be a key issue for McNeese around the basket.
Isaac Haas, a 7-footer from Alabama, knocks home the free throw. He's a 71% free throw shooter. The issue for him has always been conditioning and getting himself into foul trouble. If he can stay on the floor, he can do some big-time damage.
He has worked on his conditioning. He's worked on foot speed. The coaches are very impressed with his work ethic and just his strength now.
Jemiah Burr with the ball.
And of course, Purdue plays that very good, tough man-to-man defense.
McNeese likes to shoot the trays. And there's one of them. Jaron Greenwood, returning sophomore from Houston, was the second leading scorer last year for the Cowboys. Haas inside the turnaround. Rims out. And another rebound for Howard Thomas.
Thomas did a great job of screening him out. He gave up a lot of size height-wise.
Thomas misses the foul line jump. Purdue comes back the other way. Dakota Mathias on the handle. Haas inside, nice move.
Good pass by Edwards. Edwards set that all up with a nice look through to his hand away from the defender. Easy basket for Haas.
He's a point forward. Edwards averaged nearly 3 assists a game last year for Purdue.
Mike Edwards, he gives you a little bit of everything. He can rebound, he plays defense, he can score when needed.
Burr with a high arcer, doesn't go. Haas the rebound for Purdue, and the Boilers on the run.
Thompson's really working on low turnovers, getting the team in the offense, and he's gotten off to a good start by getting some good ball movement.
Edwards traveled, and that's a point of emphasis this season, Homer.
Great point. And what the officials, they're looking at that pivot foot, and if you move that, then they're going to call that. And that's one of the earmarks that they talked about in the officials' meetings this summer.
Haas there getting the nice feed. He is nifty on the blocks for Purdue. Jemiah Burr with the ball. His nickname is Molly because his younger brother couldn't pronounce Jemiah when he was a kid. Somehow it turned into Molly. Thomas misses the banker, gets his own rebound, goes up again, blocked by Haas, and Swanigan the rebound.
Like Swanigan. Caleb has so many tools, Zach. He can rebound, he can play defense, he can shoot threes, and at 6'9", he can take it off the bounce.
Edwards for 3. Here comes McNeese. James Harvey. The floater doesn't go.
This is what Coach Painter worked on at the shoot-around today, was to make sure, you can see on defense right there, good effort, then Haas takes care of a block and gets the ball going the other way. But they worked on defense, containing and taking away this fast break baskets.
It is tough to get an easy look against Purdue's big trees. Edwards fakes the 3. Inside the paint, the floater goes down.
It does, but I tell you, the key was Haas's screen. Wouldn't you love to have Haas screen for us? I think I could get a shot up with that big body there. But he was the one that allowed Edwards room to get a nice look at a shot.
Swanigan the rebound. Back the other way come the Boilers. Foul away from the ball.
Again, matchup problems for McNeese inside, and as a coach, you can either get help side or you can double team or get slants. So Coach Simmons was working on a little bit of each to try to keep them out of foul trouble and keep the easy baskets away.
Steven Chukwu got called on the foul. You can call him Big Steve.
You don't need Big Steve. You pronounce it well.
Caleb Swanigan up top as Purdue works it around the perimeter. P.J. Thompson fires for 3. Fight for the ball, Swanigan. Nice dish inside, shot blocked by Howard Thomas. He's a presence for McNeese.
He has done very well this first 4 and 5 minutes. And one of the keys to getting an upset is to make shots and make threes. And McNeese has gotten off to a good start doing that.
Called a carry violation there.
Their second one.
On Vincent Edwards. They always call this kind of stuff early on in the season. Homer, the key is, do they continue calling it? They say they will, but do they continue calling it during the big non-conference games, in the conference play, and of course the NCAA tournament?
I will not answer that because I'm a coach.
I think you just did answer.
Yes.
Harvey with the ball. Tight one here in the early going, the steal for Purdue.
I like the footwork of Isaac. He came around and got the steal for them. Really nice footwork.
Swanigan fakes the 3, gets it to Matthias. Up top, back to Swanigan. That's where he likes the ball. The turnaround, back rim won't go. McNeese State with the ball. Lost by 45 last season at Indiana. Not rattled here early against Purdue.
Very impressive that they have had the poise and control the tempo the first 4 minutes.
McNeese the lead early. Here's what you need to know about McNeese State, located in Lake Charles, Louisiana, a little more than 200 miles west of New Orleans. Best known for producing the Hall of Famer Joe Dumars, who still holds the record for most points scored in McNeese State history. Joe's brother Dave is an assistant coach at McNeese State.
And he worked very hard at practice today, talking about the finer points of defending inside on the post. So much like his brother Joe, very knowledgeable in the game of basketball.
Yeah, David Dumar's actually made a name for himself as a decorated football player. Had a cup of coffee with the New York Jets, played in the USFL and the CFL, and then went back to basketball.
Good athletic family.
He's got the genes, no question about that.
McNeese has gotten off 2 out of 3 from the three-point line, which has allowed them this 8-6 lead and good tempo for the first few minutes.
Yeah, this is something that McNeese State is used to, starting the season against a ranked opponent. It's the 3rd time the Cowboys have done that in the last 4 years.
Got a new addition in there. Young man from Indiana, number 55, Spike Albrecht, who's a transfer and just he has the passion that fans love and coaches appreciate.
Former Michigan star. Too strong on the 3 there. Edwards the rebound for Purdue. Here's Albrecht. His first game as a Purdue Boilermaker. He can light it up on the outside. Inside, Swanigan, nice spin. Travel violation.
Woo, wow. Like that, you can see Spike right here, number 55. You love watching him. He grew up in an area close to me, got to see him play in high school, and comes from a wonderful family and a good basketball family.
115 career games at Michigan. The 2013 NCAA Final Four All-Tournament team member. Lit it up along with Trey Burke in that run.
Good defense by Purdue here, making McNeese work hard.
Burr the pull-up, got it.
Nice shot, nice pull-up. Had a high hand in his face and still be able to drain it. You know, we talked about the poise at the beginning. McNeese has really demonstrated they control the tempo on offense and have done a fairly good job inside.
Albrecht gives it to Swanigan up high. Short on the 3. Cowboys pushing the tempo. Pull-up jump. Greenwood misses another rebound for Purdue.
Edwards very quick to the ball, like how he gets in there. Turnovers are what Coach Painter was talking about. We can't have easy turnovers.
Oh, Burr misses the bunny. Back the other way, Mathiasen, Purdue. Inside Swanigan, the turnaround hook, no good.
He does not miss that shot very often.
Nice defense by the freshman, Carson Edwards. They're expecting big things from him for Purdue, but it remains McNeese ball.
Strong competitor. Carson's going to be very good here at Purdue. Now they're going with 3 guards, three smaller people. See if they can help with the perimeter defense a little bit.
Stoppage in play.
Don't know the reason why.
They're resetting the shot clock.
Good catch, good catch.
So they'll put it at 27. Purdue having some issues. A drought of nearly 3.5 minutes. They're without a point.
Carson will set a good tone on defense. He's very good at getting on his man, putting a little ball pressure on him. There was good rotation. McNeese got into the lane. Good rotation by the bigs inside.
Full court pressure by McNeese, but Purdue has the backcourt guys this year to handle that. I think a lot better than probably a year ago. It was an issue for them.
Good observation.
Here's the freshman Edwards, not afraid to light it up. Misses the 3. Swanigan inside. Oh, the nice pass inside. Edwards puts it home.
Wonderful pass. Caleb set that up. He possesses, he's that potential triple-double every game just because he's unselfish. He sees the floor, and what a great effort in rebounding and setting his teammate up.
And Edwards, a 4-star recruit. ESPN had him ranked as the 88th overall player. Class of 2016. Averaged 26-plus points in high school last year outside of Houston. Here comes Albrecht with the ball. And Purdue on the move. The penetration, nice dish, Swanigan hammers it home. Well, the crowd into it.
They are.
Here at Mackey.
And Spike returned a great pass to Caleb for his dunk after Caleb gave it up for his teammate.
So just as Purdue ties it up, the three by Harvey gives the lead back to McNeese State.
That's a small thing, but very important because it controls the tempo and the rhythm for McNeese. Clutch shot.
Albrecht from downtown.
Albrecht stayed after the shoot-around and was working on his three-point shooting, Zach, and that's why.
He can light it up from three-point range. That's his specialty. That's what he's done his entire career. Back from double hip surgery this past offseason. Harvey the pull-up. Draws the foul. Count it.
That's good. Team's Harvey.
Purdue using its inside strength, but McNeese State not wasting any time, lighting it up from the perimeter. The Big Ten tight as ever last season. Purdue finished in a tie for third place during the regular season, ended up playing Michigan State in the Big Ten championship game. And as you see, that's carried over into this season, Homer, because the Big Ten has 5 teams ranked in the top 25, including 15th ranked Purdue. Who's your favorite this year?
Who's my favorite? I think you have to go with Wisconsin just because of 99 minutes played is coming back. So that experience, but I tell you, there's other teams. You've got Purdue in the mix. You've still got Michigan State, who have 2 freshmen that are out of sight. And I think as they develop, Zach, as the year goes on, they're going to be a formidable force. I've been impressed with this team here. In the shoot-around, Coach Painter was very concerned about the perimeter and their quickness, and McNeese has really exploited that. They've been able to get into the paint, pass, and make some jump shots.
James Harvey at the free throw line. He completes a three-point play, was fouled on a shot that went down right before the break. And now full court pressure by McNeese State.
2-2-1 now. It's the first time they've showed a zone, and again, that helps control the tempo for the game.
Zach Zaidman and Homer Drew with you here at Mackey Arena. Purdue beginning its 119th college basketball season. Under 10 to shoot. The freshman Edwards. This is the three and another rebound for McNeese State.
Impressive how McNeese is screening off the board and getting that rebound.
Harvey from the baseline doesn't go. Vincent Edwards the rebound to Carson Edwards. He's fouled on the layup attempt.
Like the speed of Carson. He runs the floor very, very well, and he gets out ahead of the pack, and he's aggressive for a freshman. Watch your transition here. Edwards gets it, gets a lead pass, and he goes in.
Played for the #1 high school in the country most of last season outside Houston. In Spain this summer, Purdue scrimmaged against a bunch of European teams. And in Spain this summer, 4 games, Edwards had 65 points in 76 minutes. A dynamic score, and that's where he caught everyone's attention.
He's catching our attention right now, too. Nice stats, man. Good job. Good homework.
Nearly 17 points per game.
So Purdue's picking up now a little bit more in their man-to-man, too.
McNeese State with the ball and a 2-point lead here at Mackey Arena against Purdue. Edward.
Good defense by Carson. Carson came the high path, didn't run into the screens, and got at an angle to deflect the ball out of bounds.
22 to shoot when McNeese State puts it in play. Freshman Caleb Ledoux knocks home a tray from the baseline.
Nice left-handed shooter. He has a twin brother who's on the team as well. 2 good-looking freshmen for McNeese. That was a beautiful stroke.
Albrecht loses the ball. Last touch Purdue.
Went off of his hip.
Check that for McNeese State, number 14.
These games give coaches gray hairs quickly. You know, you think on paper Purdue's just going to dominate inside, get easy baskets and easy looks, and it's just been the opposite. You know, McNeese is getting the good looks.
McNeese State 3 of 5 from three-point range. Wild shot from the free throw line doesn't go. The rebound Ledoux, he puts it up, no good. And Dakota Mathias the rebound for Purdue.
And that's the twin brother. One's left-handed, one's right-handed.
Vincent Edwards, hop step, got it.
He got there because there was no rotation that time by McNeese. First time they have not rotated well, and Edwards makes a nice, strong, and he's long, athletic.
And Spochet misses from the perimeter. Back the other way, Purdue. And the Boilers have had an adjustment to make. Two standout defensive players in A.J. Hammonds, who now plays for the Dallas Mavericks. And Rayful Davis, who was the heart and soul of this team. The three doesn't go.
I tell you, he had
Purdue ball.
Wide open shot that he had was all due to Isaac's pass out. Watch Edwards, nice dribble, and look at Isaac. Isaac makes that because he seals the defensive end and gives a clear path for Edwards right there. Nice job, Isaac, unselfishness to allow his teammate an easy basket.
Caleb Swanigan back in there as Purdue goes big. He sets the screen for Thompson. Inside Swanigan. Wild shot. Count it. And the foul.
Nice pass. Coach Painter's got his 5 starters back in now, and I like his rotation. You can see good pass inside here. Caleb's so good. He's so strong. He's just strong for a sophomore. And was able to get an easy layup and gets to the free throw line. That's the front line strength that Purdue has.
Swanigan tested the NBA waters during the offseason, decided to come back to school, wanted to improve his leadership, went to the head coach, Mac Painter, during the offseason and said, I want to be a captain. We talked about how Rayfield Davis no longer here, neither is A.J. Hammonds. Swanigan wants to take the lead there, and his teammates have really gravitated to him this year.
Good to hear, and that chemistry means wins on the floor.
19 all. Ladeau knocks it down from 3.
That was deep. That's an NBA 3 there. And Coach Simmons said he liked those freshman twins. I can see why.
Swanigan, the up fake. Nice move. He's going to the line. Caleb Swanigan led the Big Ten in rebounding last season. Nearly 8.5 per game. Preseason All-American candidate. Knocks home the free throw.
Purdue's doing well at the free throw line because they're going to be there with that strength in the front line.
Purdue went 26.
As soon as you say it, they miss. It always happens. Good follow.
Vincent Edwards puts it home.
You like Edwards. He does a little bit of everything. He's got some athleticism. He can play and guard the perimeter.
22 all. Howard Thomas for McNeese State. Wild shot.
Yeah, needs a better shot than that.
Swanigan will handle it. Brings it up across the line. The big man on the move. Inside to Haas. Big man to big man for the bucket.
That's the unselfishness of Caleb Swanigan. He dribbles it up. He sees Isaiah's posted his man deep. Gets the ball into him. Very nice team.
Purdue with the lead. Ladeau misses. Swanigan another board. Thompson for 3. Swanigan is everywhere. And a foul.
Good offensive rebound.
Purdue battling on the boards and making it lead to easy buckets on the other end. Boilers with the lead. Using a 10-3 run to take the lead over McNeese State 24-22 here at Mackey Arena in the first half. Last year, Purdue went 17-1 here at home, including a big overtime win over Michigan State in February. These two would meet again in the Big Ten championship game, and Michigan State would win that one, and Purdue went into double overtime in the first round of the NCAA tournament, losing a heartbreaker to Little Rock.
And it's a preview of this year. You got that same feeling that they're going to have some mighty flashes this year. The Big Ten is going to have. There's no easy game in the Big Ten.
That's why home court's so important. especially in November for Matt Painter. Since he got here to Purdue, the Boilers 37-1 at Mackey Arena in the month of November.
It's our house. It's our house. And you got to defend your home turf.
Big challenge coming up, though, for Purdue on Monday, taking on the national champs Villanova.
What a great game to have on your home court.
He says they don't play big games early in the season.
Well, and then tonight you're in Honolulu. Look, you got ranked teams playing out there for Veterans Day.
Yeah.
Love it.
Michigan State. As Swanigan knocks down the free throw, extends the lead to 4 for Purdue.
McNeese is 5 for 8, Zach, from the three-point line, and that's what's keeping them right in this game close.
A year ago, McNeese State lit it up from three-point range. The big three on this team, Berg, Greenwood, and Harvey, combined for 136 makes from behind the arc. There's Harvey. Misses the three. Thompson the rebound. Purdue went 26-9 last season. The second consecutive early exit from the NCAA tournament. Swanigan the rebound. Puts it up. He's going back to the line.
Offensive rebounder. Boy, Purdue in that front line. And what I like about them is that they're able to move. The ball just doesn't come to them, but they move from the areas. Watch 50. Watch Caleb. He goes in, he fights, and then he uses his muscle and strength to get the ball and get the ball back up for a foul. Front line, front line. You're going to have to keep them off the boards, and that's easier said than done.
Swanigan shot 71% from the free throw line last season. Purdue extends the lead 27-22 here with under 7 minutes to go in the first half. Swanigan, 300 points, 200 rebounds, 50 assists last year. He can do a lot of things. He's more than just a guy that you put underneath the basket.
Lots of tools, lots of tools. And as a coach, he can help you in rebounding and points, assists. He does it all, and then he plays good defense.
They team him up with the 7-footer Haas. Tough to score inside against Purdue.
Boy, Edwards done a great job disrupting the flow of the offense by denying ball reversal.
Under 10 to shoot for the Cowboys.
Dakota's got a high hand on him. Again, good rebound.
Purdue on a 9-0 run. Mathias to the hole.
Beautiful. What made that play was Edwards skipped past that. He skipped it all the way over to the other side, and the help defense was not able to get back quick enough, and gets a nice, easy basket for Purdue.
Purdue extending the defense way out from the three-point line.
Their defensive intensity has really picked up. And Isaac there again knocked the ball away. Look at the good skip pass, and Dakota has an easy basket to come down the lane because Edwards set that up for him.
Right, it's a misdirection play in basketball.
Great term. Lou Saban would love that term.
McNeese State having some issues after getting off to the hot start. The Cowboys now scoreless.
They need to take their time and really get a good high lift and high percentage shot here.
Inside Thomas, shot blocked by Swanigan. Here comes Purdue. Albrecht. Pull up. The bank is close. Swanigan the rebound, put back, good and one.
Front line again. Swanigan went from one side to the other side, just really good strength. You're going to have a chance to watch it again. Great block, came across the floor to block the shot all the way across the lane, and then in here he gets himself big, goes up strong, and then comes to the other side of the rim. Nice playing, nice playing.
We're not even done with the first half yet. You see more than 5.5 minutes to go, and Swanigan already has a double-double with making 13 points now and 10 rebounds.
And that's why they made this run in this area. He's dominated both ends of the floor.
Swanigan, an impressive player. What do you think the NBA folks told him they wanted to see here in this sophomore season?
More quickness, more agility, and extending his range with ball handling and shooting the basketball out there. He's got a wonderful body. It just needs to be tightened, which he has done over the summertime. He's strong. He's much more mobile this year. in terminology, he's maturing, and that's going to make a big difference when he does get to the league.
Foul away from the ball, that one on the freshman Carson Edwards. Another foul.
Good defense, but Cornez, well, they're explaining to Coach Painter exactly why they called that a foul. And all of us can take a look at it, because he's got pretty good positioning. He does get up into him a little bit, and that's one of the rules. You got to give him that room there. But boy, I liked his positioning as a coach.
Remember, they want the arms vertical. If your arm is extended horizontal, they're going to call that foul almost every time.
Good job. Do you officiate on the side?
A.J. Brown, way off on the turnaround. I don't think I have the vision to officiate. Vincent Edwards outside.
Well, and the nice thing is we get the chance to look at a replay, which makes such a huge difference, which makes you appreciate officiating because they do get it right most of the time.
Vincent Edwards knocks down the tray, and it's all Purdue now as the Boilers extend the lead 36-22 over McNeese State. A 22-3 run currently going on for the Boilers.
Coach Simmons needs to get a timeout here, just regroup his guys, try to slow Purdue down a little bit. Make a shot would be very helpful. Negate this long run.
Long shot by Burr from the outside.
They needed that. They needed that. They need a stop now and then get another basket. But they need to get a stop. They have not been able to stop Purdue in a while.
He's got three guys that can handle the ball. Inside Swanigan, good and one again.
Dakota makes a great look inside, gets the ball, and Swanigan takes care of it from there. You're going to enjoy watching. Great pass by Swanigan, a very quick pass and a nice quick move by Caleb on the baseline. Love the unselfishness of Purdue. They're really sharing the ball well, looking to each other.
Swanigan with 15 points here in this one, already with a double-double.
He might end up with a triple-double. He's capable of that every game.
A year ago, averaged nearly 2 assists per game. This is the free throw. Swanigan averaged 10+ points per game. Led the Big Ten in rebounding with 8+.
Well, that's that freshman again. Taylor Ledoux, he's got that beautiful left-hand rotation, and he's got depth with it. He shoots it beyond the three-point line.
A three, keeping McNeese State hanging around. 10-point game.
Good patience by Purdue.
Swanigan gets fouled inside. Purdue has gotten the offense going. Vincent Edwards from downtown. Bang, 10-point lead for the Boilermakers. McNeese State got off to the hot start. Since then, it's been all Purdue in this first half. The Boilermakers leading McNeese State 38-28 here. Late in the first half, Zach Saidman alongside the coach, Homer Drew.
And statistically, McNeese got off to that hot start with the three-point shooting, but the free throws are the difference. Purdue gets it inside to that front line, and they've shot 13 free throws. McNeese only 1, and that's been the huge difference right there.
Matt Painter has done quite a job since taking over at Purdue, thanks to some big-time assistants, including Brandon Brantley. You know him well.
I know him very well, and fans, make sure that you get your popcorn soda break now, because you're going to enjoy a halftime interview with Brandon Brantley, and he goes back to 3 Big Ten championships, NCAA, and you're going to enjoy the interview. So at halftime, stay with us.
Did you try to get him to go to Valpo?
I did.
And he came
We'll
here.
talk about it.
And he came here.
I know. I cried all the way home.
I would love to hear the sales pitch that you gave him as Caleb Swanigan goes to the line.
It obviously didn't work.
You're so personable, though.
Oh, wonderful young man, and now a coach, and he's going to make a wonderful head coach one day.
Better player or better assistant?
Both. He does them both well. Good ovation for Caleb. Very, very well deserving.
Swanigan with a first half double-double for the Boilermakers. Asked to become a captain, and he has played like the leader tonight.
And when they were losing in that, he was the one who stepped up and said, we need to start playing a lot better. Defense, rebounding, and they responded well. Okay, who's Mr. Glue is Dakota. Number 31 out here. He's played a lot of minutes. Only has like 2 or 3 points, but he's the glue. He keeps them in a flow. He plays hard defense, and he moves the ball well for them.
A.J. Brown with the perimeter jumper, keeping this a 10-point game. Inside Haas.
You're going to enjoy seeing these highlights of Caleb. Wonderful pass, dish off, easy dunk for him. He can turn around, and he gets the assist. Looks and finds his big teammate inside. Comes across the lane for the block. Spins baseline. Wonderful footwork. He has a wonderful set of tools for the game of basketball.
So does this guy at the line right now, Isaac Haas, the 7'2" sophomore from Alabama. Last year, 14 minutes per game, 10 points per contest, nearly 4 rebounds a game. If you projected that over 40 minutes, he'd have 20 points per game and 8 rebounds a contest.
Were you a math major? You did that quick.
They have calculators today. You know, on these cell phones, you can do anything.
My grandchildren teach me.
The issue with Haas, though, has been his conditioning, and he gets into foul trouble. If he can avoid those issues this year, those numbers are going to skyrocket.
He needs to do that. With Taylor out with that stress fracture surgery and won't be back until around February, they need to keep him and Taylor, both of them, out of foul trouble.
And rare to see a 7-footer who can knock down free throws. Haas can do that, and I say it and I jinx him, but, you know, last year.
I'm not going to say free throws. I always do this, too.
We're not jinxing him. He can't hear us. I don't think. I mean, we do talk loud, but I don't believe Haas can hear us. 71% free throw shooter a year ago. 12-point game. Now a little full court pressure by Purdue.
Coach Painter's done a wonderful job in rotating 8 and 9 people playing the game. He's keeping them fresh, giving them all chances, and he's come back when they got the big spurt. He went back to the starters, and they really jumped it to that double-digit lead.
Burr with a shake and bake. His jumper doesn't go. Purdue ball. You know, you mentioned the rotation that Painter is using, but Purdue missing 3 important players. Ryan Klein, Basil Smotherman, both suspended. Violation of team rules. Klein will miss the first 4 regular season games. And Shaquille Taylor, a big man that they like, has had leg issues throughout his entire career dating back to high school. So he's on the mend after surgery. They don't expect him back until Big Ten play.
That's correct. Sometime in February, they said.
Swanigan misses the jumper, the rebound. Haas, that doesn't go, but Purdue sticking with it. Vincent Edwards puts it home.
Left it with Isaiah and Edwards in there playing tag with that ball. It was like volleyball in there until they were able to put it through. Watch him go to the boards. First Isaiah, then Edwards comes. Great second effort. That's the big 3 right there. That's why their front line is so good, so powerful, so strong. They don't give up on it.
Jemiah Burr, the 6-foot senior, the leader for McNeese State at the line.
Boy, as a coach, for Coach Simmons, you just want to keep this around 10 points until you can regroup at halftime and come back out. So they need a little spurt. They need to stop them on the defense and create a couple 3-point baskets, and Jemiah can do that.
Got to make this shot, though, to create the pressure on the inbound.
Checking in from the Cowboys, number 5,
Dave Simmons loves to have a high-octane, up-tempo, full-court pressure game. But he's got a lot of new players, and it takes a while for them to get the conditioning you need to do that for a full 4.
Very true, but the freshmen have really been good and talented. I think he really likes his team. Dave's the only coach at McNeese has gone back-to-back to getting into national titles at the end of the year, so he's an experienced coach and he has the patience to help these freshmen improve.
Dakota Mathias will trigger in. Swanigan again. The floater won't go. Here comes McNeese State. Jaron Greenwood with the ball.
This is when they're at their best, to be able to use the transition game, use their quickness and speed up and down.
Harvey way off
Yep,
on the
you need to
baseline.
make them.
Matthias back out to Thompson. We'll reset. Nice look. Matthias for three.
Good skip pass by Thompson. He saw him in the corner, able to set him up with a nice shot. Dakota doing a good job on Ledoux, the freshman who's hit a couple of those three-point shots. In a hole.
10 to shoot.
They need to make it. They need to make this to keep that run going.
Harvey the high archer.
Whoa.
Foul call.
Great cross-court pass, which gives Dakota just a nice, easy three-point look. And at shoot-around, they were making and stroking three-point shots just like that. Practice comes in handy and perfects your shooting.
Foul was not called. Purdue ball.
Boy, if you're McNeese, you need to get a stop. They've gone into a zone for the first time. They need to get a stop and make a basket. Good patience by Purdue.
5 to shoot. Matthias misses from up top.
They were able to keep the ball out from inside McNeese with that zone a little bit.
3 seconds left of the first half. Purdue takes it away. Matthias the heave. Whoa!
Crowd like that. It was close. It was close.
Going Homer Drew range from the outside. So Purdue in complete control here in this first half. Caleb Swanigan with a double-double in the first half. And Purdue with the big lead.
They used a good run midway through that half.
47-32 Boilermakers. You are watching the Big Ten on ESPN. Zach Zaidman, Homer Drew in West Lafayette, Mackey Arena. The season opener for Purdue. So far, so good for the Boilermakers. The 15th ranked Boilers leading McNeese State 47-32 in the first ever meeting between these two schools. Caleb Swanigan, 17 points, 10 rebounds. Vincent Edward with 11 points and 9 boards. Let's take a look at it from McNeese State's standpoint to try and get back in this game. You have the break at halftime. You're a much smaller team, Homer, than Purdue. What does Dave Simmons do to try and create a little bit of balance here?
He's got to take this 15 points and not try to win it in 5 minutes. He needs to set small goals for his team. At 15 minutes, let's just be around 10 points. Let's be at 10 minutes to go in the game. Let's be around 8 points. Set small goals to just creep back into this game so the last 5 minutes can be meaningful. The second thing is that you want to solve the inside problem. You've got to be able to either double team, get slant help, but you got to take away the easy baskets.
The second half is underway here in West Lafayette. P.J. Thompson with the ball. Deflected out of bounds by Jaron Greenwood. It remains Purdue ball with 19 to shoot. Swanigan back out to Edwards.
And you've already seen a change. Whoa, they've got to keep him off the board. They went to a 2-3 zone there to try to keep him outside. You've got to keep Purdue outside, away from that strength inside. Easy for us to say, I know harder to do.
7-footer Isaac Haas. First basket of the second half for Purdue. Howard Thomas, hook shot, foul.
And there's where that verticality rule is. You got to go straight up, and you cannot lower those arms, much like you were talking about on defending from the perimeter.
Pretend there's an imaginary vertical cylinder, and you have to keep your hands up as the defender. If they're horizontal and you get into the way of the shooter, I'm going to call that foul.
Cylinder's a big word this year in officiating, to protect the cylinder of those players on the offense.
Howard Thomas knocks down the free throw. Only the 4th trip to the line in this game for McNeese State.
And they're 4 for 4. So let's get there more often, we're saying.
Hitting free throws.
I'm not saying it again. I'm not saying free throws.
But there you go. Another violation.
He gets a chance to redeem. Good.
Swanigan gets called on the foul. Here's the thing. McNeese State lighting it up from three-point territory. 7 of 13 in the first half. 54% from downtown, but not getting to the line as Howard Thomas knocks home the free throw.
Okay, here's their press now. Different press. A diamond and one where they put a man over the ball. Good patience. Get the ball in the middle to Caleb.
Thompson inside. Back out Mathias for three. Short. Swatting the rebound. Vincent Edwards. Bang.
Nice offensive board. That led to an easy three-point shot. One of the best ways to get a three-point shot is off the offensive board because everyone's in a different position and you can spot up like Edwards did.
Yeah, and Thomas was holding off a 7-footer Haas, but got Swanigan in the paint. Too many big guys for Purdue.
Good call. Good calls. Here's where Swanigan gives a nice look out to Edwards, and boy, beautiful form shooting with the follow through.
Vincent Edwards and the rest of the Purdue Boilermakers giving the crowd something to cheer about here at Mackey Arena. Under Matt Painter, the Boilermakers 37-1 here at Mackey in the month of November, including 15 straight wins. Average margin of victory, 25 points. And Purdue the big lead here in this one tonight against McNeese State.
Good time for the timeout because we're going in the wrong direction. In the first minute and a half, they are down 3 more points. But most important, they're not rebounding. So Coach Simmons wanted to talk about these, keeping them off the board. And now they get an offensive board, which is good.
Thomas with the offensive board. Fresh 30. The roll doesn't go. Swanigan corrals the basketball. Did he step out?
Stepped on the line. McNeese keeps the ball. McNeese needs a basket now, so they can set up the press again and just get a feeling, you know, that we can get back into this.
Jemiah Bird a trigger in. Greenwood on the drive. There's the basket you talked about.
Really nice. They set up a false double screen at the top, which had freed up the baseline, and he took advantage of that and drove.
Vincent Edwards from outside.
Ooh, he's feeling it tonight.
Another three-pointer for Edwards and Purdue.
He's 3 out of 4 from the three-point line, and a beautiful shot. Boy, you young people, watch his form, follow-through, rotation of the ball. He goes straight up and straight down, just a beautiful, pure shot.
You know, when you watch Purdue offensively, nothing's rushed. Everything's within rhythm. You look at McNeese State, everything's a little helter-skelter. Burr misses from the outside. Swanigan aboard, and here comes Purdue.
Like the patience, just what you were talking about.
Swanigan.
They're patient to get the ball inside to that front line that's so strong.
1 on 3. Swanigan gets it to go.
Okay, come on, McNeese. Let's see if we can get shot down here.
21-point lead for the Boilermakers. Thomas working on Haas. Nice move.
Bank's open. He goes up, hits it in. Now you need a stop, Big Blue. Let's see if the Cowboys can do that. They've gone to a zone. See if the zone.
Edwards took the open 3.
Finally missed one. Been shooting the ball exceedingly well.
Steven Ugochukwu taking it to the hole. Tough to do against those big trees.
Very tough.
For the Boilermakers, number 3, Justin Edwards at 55. Michael Bryant. Purdue
has only used 2 players off the bench. So 7 total players have played for the Boilermakers. Now part of the problem is Ryan Klein, Basil Smotherman, both suspended. Shaquille Taylor is out with the ankle surgery.
That is correct. The nice thing is Coach Painter's done a wonderful job in rotating these 7 to where their minutes are very good. You look to their minute charts and they're getting equal playing time, equal minutes in there as far as the rotation goes.
Foul inside on Ugochukwu.
There's Taylor on the bench there, and boy, he shows you the foot where the ankle surgery was and the boot to protect him in there. And just wish him well and get him back in February to help his teammates.
He was limited with a foot injury back during his high school days. It's always been something with his legs. Turn around, a hook by Swanigan goes down.
Got to do something. You got to front inside, get weak side. You've got to keep from just giving him easy baskets.
Ugochukwu for 3. He can shoot it from out there.
He can. But you wanted some movement and some touches there.
Oh, Edwards putting on a dribbling exhibition. Foul call.
And a good game from a coach's point of view to sustain what you've got going here, Zach, and then Monday night, you're going to have to really contain some perimeter quickness. So this is a good game for Purdue to handle that quickness that they're going to see again on Monday night.
Monday night, Purdue home against the national champion Villanova Wildcats. Matthias from downtown.
And this is good because people are going to key on the front line, and the more Edwards, Matthias, Spike, and Thompson and them can hit the threes, boy, that inside out is really tough to defend.
So you got the Monday game against Villanova as Harvey launches for 3. Swanigan a rebound. Tough non-conference schedule for this Boilermaker team. Louisville, Notre Dame, Arizona State, possibly Auburn or Texas Tech. A lot of good schools leading into Big Ten play.
Very good. They'll be ready for the Big Ten without question.
And so far, Purdue looks ready at the start of the season. Inside Swanigan and outside. Shots from the perimeter by Matthias. What a list. Caleb Swanigan, Purdue's representative on the preseason All-Big Ten team. A lot of tremendous players on that list right now.
Very much so. And Caleb, once he starts making some threes and shooting some threes, is going to extend his name on to that idea.
Purdue, one of 5 schools to start the season ranked in the top 25. Boilermakers at 15, Wisconsin number 9, Indiana the 11th ranked team in the nation, Michigan State is number 12, Maryland number 25, and Ohio State and Michigan also got votes.
Got votes, and Ohio State's going to surprise some people, and I'll give you another one, Zach, that I'm looking forward to seeing is Illinois. Illinois is healthy for the first time in maybe 2 or 3 years, and I'm anxious to see how Malcolm Hill and the rest of them can play because he's got some good experience coming back and finally a healthy point guard.
Yeah, John Gross has done a nice job recruiting, but as you mentioned, they can't stay healthy, and they've also had a lot of off-the-court issues. Got to get that straightened out, have the culture right where basketball is the only thing you're thinking about.
That makes a coach feel a lot better when it's just basketball focused, too.
In addition to school, but it's when other things get involved that it becomes a mess. Zach Zaidman, Homer Drew with you here at Mackey Arena. The 119th season of Purdue basketball is underway, and Burr had to call time.
I love the defense that Purdue took away the passing lanes, and he picked up his dribble. Never should a point guard pick up your dribble, because then if you can't pass it to anybody, you're going to eat the ball or take a timeout. So keep your dribble.
What do you think, at least through one game here, in regards to Purdue's defense? Because they've lost a couple of big-time defensive players. A.J. Hannon's the big man inside, now playing for the Dallas Mavericks. And then don't forget, Rayfield Davis, the heart and soul of this team, was the defensive player of the year in the Big Ten 2 years ago. He's no longer here. It's a new look for Purdue, even though there are a lot of familiar faces.
A lot of familiar faces, and they learned from those players who played it. Caleb coming from the weak side to block a shot. Edwards does that. Isaiah, just with his length and strength, is going to be an intimidator factor around the basket. So that it carries over.
Purdue was 26-9 last year. Played in the Big Ten championship game, a loss to Michigan State, and then had a heartbreaking loss in the first round of the NCAA tournament, double overtime loss to Little Rock. Nice move there by Burr inside.
That's the dribble penetration that Coach Painter is really concerned about, that they contain the ball and don't let him get to the rim. And he was really working hard at practice on that because they're going to need it on Monday night with Villanova.
The offensive foul called on Swanigan.
Purdue foul number 50, Caleb Swanigan. It's first, team second.
You like the aggressiveness, though. As a coach, I always like the aggressiveness that they're trying on the offensive end.
5 minutes gone by here in the second half, and it's all Purdue, 64-40, the Boilermaker lead over McNeese State.
One of the things when we were looking at the chart of all the talented players in the Big Ten, one of the things I think is going to be a little different to the culture is that we're going to see many more points. I think that the Big Ten and their recruits are athletic, they shoot, and they score. So I think we're going to have a much higher offensive rate for the whole Big Ten.
Harvey drained that three for McNeese State. 8 3-pointers knocked down for the Cowboys. The inside move, the nice drive by the freshman, Carson Edwards.
Nice looking freshman. Good poise, he works hard on defense, he sets a good tone because he plays out at the point there. There he covered for Spike Albrecht. I love how the teammates can cover for each other. Just a good looking freshman. And he plays with confidence. He has a good confidence about him.
I think that comes from playing big-time high school basketball. His team was ranked #1 for most of the year last season in Texas. And here comes McNeese State. Oh, Swanigan knocks it away, but Burt picks it up. Ledoux on the move. Turnover. Vincent Edwards. Nothing but the basket ahead. Oh, he missed the jam. And
the little guy wraps it up, though. Good job, Edwards. Way to follow it in. That's why you always follow. As a coach, you always say follow in. You never know if he's going to miss it, and you want to be there to put it back in. Good job, freshman.
Ledoux. Count it and one.
Oh, we'll take another look here, though. Good interception, good steal by Edwards, and comes down. Oh, too easy for him, too easy. But I love the scramble by the freshman. And Edwards just puts an easy layup back in the old-fashioned way.
So Vincent Edwards now has a double-double to join Caleb Swanigan in that department.
Nice to have 2 in double-double territory.
Second career double-double, 17 points, 10 rebounds for Vincent Edwards. And Caleb Ledoux is at the line trying to complete.
I want to give you good news.
Go ahead.
100% shooting from the free throw line is McNeese. So they have not missed. They just haven't shot very many. 5 to 19, the last count.
Ledoux completes the three-point play. His twin brother Jacob also plays for McNeese State. Both were decorated high school players in Louisiana.
And they're going to be good players for McNeese. It's good to get them a little experience in here.
Carson Edwards, shot blocked. And look who's there under the basket, Isaac Haas.
Good hands by the big guy. Caught it, put it back in, made it look very easy. Don't pick up your dribble. Good job by the big fella from McNeese to come step out and help out his teammate there. It was good recognition by Thomas.
The jumper doesn't go.
Got to take good shots, especially when you're behind. You don't want to shoot yourself out of it.
Inside Haas.
Too easy, but I love the reverse. He went under, uses his left hand on the other side. Good footwork, good footwork. And he has a big foot to do it with.
.36 paint points here in this one for Purdue. Just 10 for McNeese State. Thomas, the turnaround, rattles it home.
Nice soft touch from the fade away to get away from the long reach of Isaac, and nice little soft touch in there. Good patience by McNeese.
Carson Edwards.
Oh, wow.
Wow. He's dynamic. Bird going to the line for McNeese State.
That's wonderful practice and growing up to be able to go underneath like that, use the rim for protection, and go to the other side. Very nice.
Purdue in this one, a 74-48 lead in the second half at Mackey Arena in the season opener against McNeese State. Hi everyone, Zach Zaidman alongside Homer Drew, and special shout out to all the veterans that are watching us tonight. I know that when it comes to college basketball, that's a big deal.
And I'm very proud of my two sons. Bryce is playing Marquette tonight back in Maryland at Anatomus, the Naval Academy. And they went to a battleship. They had a Navy SEAL speak to the team, and really proud to honor our veterans. And then Scott is going to be playing a game at Fort Hood to honor our Army down at Fort Hood in Texas. So very proud of them.
Look at all those wins. The Drew family has done such an unbelievable job over the years at Valparaiso, but you mentioned that there's a new job for Bryce. He's no longer at Valpo.
No, at Vanderbilt, a wonderful opportunity, and it's been wonderful to meet the new people in Nashville, and what a wonderful place to play basketball and to eat a lot of good food. So come down and visit.
You give me the invite, I am there, as Burr knocks down the free throw. So tell me this, your heart's still in Valpo.
Oh, it always will be in Valpo. The kids grew up there, so always will have a heart for Valpo. And Matt Lodica, the new coach, and has done a really good job getting them started for the season.
The rim rocker by Isaac Haas for Purdue. Too much size for McNeese State. It's rare you lose a 7-footer like A.J. Hammons. Most teams, it would take them years to find another one. And yet, Haas was on the roster.
And isn't that wonderful as a coach to be able to go and have a replacement just like that? And one with experience, because he got playing time last year. And his presence. I can't tell you how much just the presence, when you drive in and you have a 7'2", he changes the direction of your shot, the arcs of your shot, and that leads to misses and then rebounds and fast breaks for you.
Yeah, a year ago, Purdue held opponents to under 40% shooting, just 31% from three-point range. It's tough. Inside Haas again, look out below.
Cady helped establish, Coach Gene Cady, the defensive presence of Purdue. Matt played for him and has carried that on. But Gene was a wonderful teacher of the game of basketball, and Coach Painter has done the exact same thing. They're sound defensively. They share the ball on offense.
Yeah, you see it there. Katie Court taking over for the Legends. Mathias misses. The putback is good on the other side from the freshman Carson Edwards. And a steal for Edwards. Oh, he's dynamic. Misses the jam. Swanigan. Oh, good look. Edwards for three. And he misses inside and out.
Nice himself. Caleb probably had a dunk, and he gave it to the freshman. That's leadership, you know, in there for Purdue. The other thing I love was the speed. Did you see Edwards' speed from half court in? Even though he missed the dunk, his speed is what Purdue needs at that guard spot. 23
points now for Caleb Swanigan. Double digits in rebounding as well, and he's got 5 assists.
Very good, very good. The speed there. And then he tries to jam with the left hand. He's right-handed, tries to jam it. Good steal, and I like that breakaway speed. Then he hops right back up. I'm still in the play. I'm still in the play. Swanigan sees him and gives it to him.
Now be honest with me. As a coach, do you like seeing that when one of your players is going in trying to showboat a little bit when you have an easy bucket in front of you and you miss a showboat jam?
I can be very forgiving when I'm 30 points up. If this is a close game, we're going to have a discussion to let's make sure we take the easy 100% shot because there's no one around you. Yeah, so let's make sure we score.
I bring that up because, yeah, there's 9:46 left in this one. Purdue up big, 82-50 over McNeese State, but there will be nothing easy come Monday here in West Lafayette when Villanova comes to town.
Very good observation, and the Purdue coaching staff know that.
It'll be real interesting to watch Villanova's guards against Purdue's backcourt.
It's going to be a good combination to see if Purdue can really stay in front of them with and then Villanova also shoots the ball so well. So it's a great early test for Purdue. But I like their perimeter defense. Carson has given them some really good quickness. And then Spike Albrecht is good, even though with the hip surgery, you know, it's good to get him these minutes, and then Thompson. So, and Dakota you just love. He's a hard-nosed competitor.
Richard Laku with the ball up top. Jacob Ledoux throws it away. Here's Carson Edwards again.
Goes for the layup this time.
He learned. I love the attitude and the poise that Carson plays with. Keeping him on the side there, keeping him out of the middle of the paint. Here's a small thing. Boy, Dakota circles that screen and then jumps right back in front of the freshman. That's good defense, footwork, and tenacity. It just takes hard work to do it.
Swanigan, another rebound for Purdue. Dakota Mathias for three.
Good patience, good movement by Purdue's offense, good ball screen, and a nice open look.
Under Matt Painter, Purdue is 18-0 when scoring 90 points. I believe they'll get there before this one is done.
I think so, and I think there's going to be a lot of points scored by Purdue this year.
Checking in for the Cowboys, Jemiah.
The young man making a difference.
Comes in, good steal. Carson times it well, comes down, and he makes sure that that basket goes through. But I like his quickness. He's very perceptive on defense. He gets in the right angle position, and then that burst of speed is special.
Swanigan up high, now to Thompson. Dreams to three.
And that's what Thompson's going to have to do. He's going to have to keep the Big Ten teams especially honest and not sagging off of him to protect the inside game.
And we talked about this earlier. What you lose in Hammonds and Rayful Davis, from a defensive standpoint, you might gain in offense this year. Carson Edwards all the way to the goal. He's going to the line for two.
And coast to coast, all the way again with that speed. And coaches love that breakaway speed.
Edwards heading to the line when we come back at Mackey. Up 40 here at Mackey, the season opener against McNeese State. The Boilermakers shorthanded, but you wouldn't know it looking at the box score. Caleb Swanigan leading the way with 23 points to go along with 18 boards. Only 7 guys have been able to play for Matt Painter. All of them have scored.
That's all they need, because just what they all have scored, and you got 5 of them in double figures. So this is a good game for these 7 players just to feel and get comfortable for Monday night's big game. But I love the electricity of Mackey. I mean, it's full, they're excited, and just preparing for Monday night.
Yeah, they've got the 15th ranked team in the country starting the season, and you've got the national champs visiting Monday night in the Villanova Wildcats. Spike Albrecht there on the left, one of the newcomers, graduate transfer from Michigan.
Very important for McNeese to play hard. They're way down, but they need to play hard to help them for their future.
You'll see number 24 there for Purdue in white. That's Grady Eifert. He's the 8th player to be used by Matt Painter here in this one. If the name Eifert sounds familiar, that's right. He's the brother of the former Notre Dame star tight end Tyler Eifert, who now plays for the Cincinnati Bengals. Grady's dad and Tyler's dad was a Purdue basketball player, Greg, in the early 80s.
Carson jammed that left thumb wrist area for him, and it's all taped up, and I think that's kind of affecting because he's a much better shooter than what we saw tonight. Coach Painter's done a good job of rotating their 7 players, though, so their minutes are well divided up.
Richard Laku misses from the outside. Wild putback doesn't go by Labarius Hill.
I like what Caleb did. He just went straight up, didn't try to come down and block the shot, but just went straight up. That's good defense presence.
Nice dish inside, ball deflected away, and here comes McNeese State. Jacob Ledoux inside, Burr the pull-up.
Nice floater over the big guy. Very nice by Burr. Great pass. Wonderful, Thompson. And Carson again with that speed He gives Purdue a good factor in there. But wonderful look, good bounce pass. Reason he scored easy was because of the pass.
That is an element that the Boilermakers did not have last year.
And they're going to have him for 4 years, which is going to be good.
Dakota Mathias brings it back the other way under 6.5 to go. 5 Boilermakers in double figures tonight. Nice move by Thompson. Rebound, Swanigan. Good defense.
Good hands.
The no-look dish. Harvey going to the line.
Good pass by the freshman.
Number 3, Carson Edwards.
Watch the look. Bounce pass between 3 of the McNeese players. And nice left hand by Carson as he goes up. Carson gives that speed that Purdue needs and has not had maybe as quickly as an explosive. Fun to watch him play.
Into the game for the Cowboys, number 30, AJ Brown.
Really opened eyes in the trip to Spain that Purdue made this summer. 4 games, 65 points in 76 minutes. If you project that out over 40 minutes, that would be 34 points per game. You take that.
Oh, every night. International trips are really wonderful for culture, for learning a new culture in a new country and seeing that, but for the team to grow off the court together and learn things about each other. It just makes it more chemistry when you start and come back and play in your season.
Incorporating all those new players that Purdue added during the offseason. It's worked out well so far here in this opener. Vincent Edwards, one of the returnees. Eifert gives it to Edwards, inside, lost the ball. All alone on the other end is Harvey.
That's good, James Harvey.
Five minutes to go here in West Lafayette.
The fans are excited when Grady, number 24, touches the ball because they like to see him get a basket here.
Haas mid-post, 3 guys around him.
Like Isaac on his last basket. Nice turnaround jump shot, kind of a fade so that when you get someone who's a quick jumper, it had nice form, nice touch, and an easy basket for him. But expanding his range and just not dunking or easy baskets around the hoop. And he's going to need that as the competition increases.
You know, Haas had 7 games with more points than minutes played.
Good efficiency.
Spike Albrecht, oh, the dipsy-do, he's going to the line.
Nice hang and suspend for a guy that just came through with hip surgery. Nice drive in, it opens up, hang, suspends, was trying to scoop it up, but got fouled in there. Smart player, intense player, and just a wonderful teammate to have.
Coming off double hip surgery, so you know the ball and socket joint that you have in your hip. Well, his was not shaped like a ball; it was shaped like an egg, like an oval, and it was giving him constant pain. It's a hereditary thing. His dad has the same issue, and he's going to go undergo surgery as well in the near future to correct the problem.
And what comes out of the surgery is that with that hip, you cannot get low enough on defense, and this is the hardest thing. I had one of our players have double hip where they just shaved the hip. And it took him a whole year to be able to bend and get low enough to keep people in front of him. And so I marvel at how Spike is just pushing and trying to get lower to keep them in front of you on defense.
Ugochukwu misses from the outside. And here's Spike Albrecht with the ball. By the way, his real name's Michael.
We should say that. Good catch.
They call him Spike because as a kid he loved baseball and he'd wear his spikes around everywhere he went. Haas jams it in. Nice pass from Vincent Edwards.
Finish your story on Spike.
Yeah, so he'd wear the spikes everywhere he went. And, you know, you'd hear that sound when you have the spikes on pavement anywhere you go. Vincent Edwards the other way. Oh, hard foul. He's going to the line for 2.
Nice to see the big fella on the inside in here. Nice high lob, Haas an easy basket. And then Edwards takes it in, gets fouled. Well, you always cringe as a coach when they land hard. You sure don't want any injury, but he went up to try to block. It was a clean play. Happy to see Edwards get back up easily.
It was the landing that looked awkward, and they're reviewing it just to make sure.
Always good to review. Always good to review it. Going in. McNeese player's going straight up. He's trying to block. He almost gets a hand on it a little bit. But again, when you hit the floor hard, it's good for the officials just to take a second look.
Official Bill Eck coming our way to see if there was anything excessive on the play. Like you said, there wasn't. And again, we talked earlier about the principle of verticality, that vertical cylinder, and the hands went straight up. They were not horizontal, so that's a basketball defensive play, and that's why he's going to the line for 2, and that's it.
I think we make you an official. I do. You got the terminology down.
I think it's just the mere fact that I'm spending a little bit of time next to you. The crowd going crazy here because a couple of seldom used players are about to check in to the lineup. Joe McKeeman sat out last year with hip and groin surgery. He's a 6'1" redshirt senior from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the 8th member of his family to attend Purdue. Vincent Edwards hearing it from the crowd as he checks out with a double-double. And into the game is walk-on Tommy Luce, 5'10" freshman from Jeffersonville, Indiana. Grew up a huge Purdue fan, playing for his dad, Joe, in high school.
All fans love when the walk-ons get a chance to play because they work so hard in practice to help the team get better. So it's nice to see the coaching staff reward them.
Steal by Jacob Ledoux, all alone. The jam.
Long arms, good athlete, just a freshman. Purdue working with the basketball fans, excited when some of these guys touch the basketball.
Albrecht misses for 3. Carson Edwards the rebound. To McKeeman, he traveled.
Nice pass by Carson. Way to give it up.
Big night for Purdue to start the season. 100-57 the lead. A little more than 3 minutes to go. Back in West Lafayette, Purdue up big, 100-57 over McNeese State, 3:22 to go. Zach Saban, Homer Drew with you. And Coach, everyone's got an opinion on the Big Ten this year. Should be an outstanding year. Here are your predictions. Tell me why. Why do you think Wisconsin's
Wisconsin, because of the depth and experience. 99%, I can't believe 99% of the minutes returning back for Wisconsin. Greg's done a good job of bringing them all together. You love Hayes. Nigel Hayes has just matured and developed over time off of that. And we're looking at Caleb right here grow into a man, a leader, maturity, and it's fun. He's definitely a part of that conversation.
You have Miles Bridges as the freshman of the year. What do you like about him?
Oh, versatility. He can do anything. He plays defense. He rebounds. He can shoot the threes. He can take it off the dribble. He has tools that not many people can have. And this is why, I mean, we got 100 points here, but I think this is why the Big Ten, with all these skilled players who can really shoot and score, the scoring is going to be up this year in the Big Ten.
Thanks to guys like that, Carson Edwards from downtown, 103-59 the score. Last year, Purdue beat Rutgers in conference play by 50 points.
Ouch. I struggle. I know how it feels when you're playing and you're just not as good as that other opponent. Makes you want to recruit a little bit harder.
These are two schools in very different situations. Purdue is looking to build off of back-to-back NCAA tournament appearances and early exits, and they've kind of changed the dynamic of their team. A little bit more offense, maybe sacrificing a little bit defense to do that, but I think the offense will help. Plus the rules all geared now to helping teams score more, so it actually makes sense to do some of the things that Matt Painter has done this offseason.
And the rules were there to make more offense, and this is what's happening around the country, and the fans love it. They love the idea of scoring, yet you can still play defense, but you have to play it better with your hands straight up, and players adjust, coaches adjust, and each year we will get better and better.
Oh, misses from the outside.
I was rooting for him.
Burr rolls it in.
I like McNeese. They're still playing hard, and this is to help them for their future. This is a game that helps them prepare for their league.
Yeah, McNeese State has taken some on the chin here over the last few years, playing top 25 schools.
But as these freshmen grow up and when they're juniors and seniors, this experience really adds. And what I loved, we played the #1 team in the nation 6 different times when I was coaching at Valparaiso, and it helped us. Even though we won a couple times, no, never against the #1 team, but we won against some bigger competition, the top 5 conferences in America. And when you get to the tournament, in the NCAA tournament, that's why mid-majors, quote, can win against the bigger teams, because we're not odd. We have played against them, and we just need to have our best night. So these games are good for the teams, even though if you don't win or play as well as you would like.
Cannot get the roll. Jacob Ledoux.
Freshman. The Twins are going to be good players. They're looking for Luce. They're looking for him.
Carson Edwards uses the screen, the spin.
Grady, get in there for him.
Rolls it in. 107 points for Purdue. A year ago, Purdue scored 107 points in that 50-point win over Rutgers. Under a minute to go. McKeeman going to the line.
Let's see if he can get him at the free throw line here. Good beginning for Purdue. A good game that they got all the players minutes to get them ready for the Monday game against Villanova, though. From a coaching standpoint, you know, the Purdue staff is happy that they were able to work on their perimeter defense, be able to establish an inside game, all things coming up for Monday night.
Caleb Swanigan is going to be the center of attention come Monday night.
Ooh, big time.
For Villanova. Coming off his double-double, the 23 points, the career high, 20 rebounds in this one. Richard Laku misses from the outside.
The nice thing is, though, that Purdue's got more than Caleb. They got 5 guys in double figures tonight, and so you got to defend the whole team.
Nice pass, McKeeman makes it in.
Beautiful left-hand pass by Carson. Unselfishness, gets into the lane, sets up his teammate for an easy basket.
It's a big deal for John McKeeman, who sat out last season, recovering from surgery. Purdue will improve to 11-1 in season openers under Matt Painter. What a start to the 119th season of Purdue basketball as the Boilers win big here over McNeese State. 109-65.
Really played well, Purdue, and it was good early. McNeese shot the ball very well, and then Purdue just took over.
For Homer Drew, I'm Zach Zidman saying so long from West Lafayette. Final score, Purdue 109, McNeese State 65. To watch this entire game on replay as well as other games on our family of ESPN networks, log on to watchespn.com or download the Watch ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.